Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen, Katharine's Wreath. Welcome to my channel. So the first thing I did want to do before I do anything else is show you what I got in the mail. And I want to explain this because this really means a lot. So on Friday, one of my good friends, and I love her like a sister, but she's like a mother figure as well. I love her a lot. And she's one of my subscribers. And she couldn't find Fiskars in her area. They were out. So I went and I got her a pair and we sent them off on Friday. And then yesterday I got a package from Miss Sherry Walton. And she sent me a pair of Fiskars. So when you do something that's kind from your heart, really meant from your heart, and is a true gift, and you do it from goodness, you are blessed back. And I wanted to share this. And Miss Sherry said, Carmen, thank you for all your tutorials on YouTube. I enjoy your videos. Your subscriber and friend, Sherry Walton. Isn't that awesome? This means a lot. And the thing is that I needed an extra pair because when you use one for your zip ties and cutting, it kind of wears down the blades. And she saw that. Miss Sherry saw that. So now I have a second pair and I can use it just for ribbon and cutting mesh if I don't want to use my power cutters. Sherry, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. You have been my subscriber and friend from day one, and it's 8 months later. You're awesome. I just want to tell you I'm very grateful for you, and thank you so much, because I am definitely going to use this on my ribbon. What I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to take this off, and what I'm going to do is I have one pair that I'm going to use, and I am going to buy, when I sell another wreath, I'm going to buy another pair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give one away to one of the subscribers as a giveaway because these are awesome. They're utility snip. They're Fiskars. They're from Lowe's. They're $10, and they're very strong, very, very strong, lifetime warranty. They're ideal for cutting metals. So, and I use these to cut my zip ties. And as you notice with the ribbon, it was getting really hard to cut because the blades do wear down when you use them on your zip ties. So now I have a pair for ribbon and I have a pair for my zip ties. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little piece of tape around the new ones so it lets me know which ones are which. But I wanted to say thank you so much, Miss Sherry. I love you. You are very appreciated. You don't have to do that. Nobody has to do anything for me. I don't ask for anything. All I ask is for just your friendship and to be kind and not to say anything mean. That's all I ask. So I do thank you so much. This means a lot to me. You and Miss Diana are the first two to ever do something so kind for me. So thank you so, so much. I love all my subscribers, but I wanted to cry. You know, when you do something for somebody and you don't expect that you're going to get something that you went and bought and gave away to a friend because they couldn't find any, and then to be blessed with the same thing. That is just awesome. It's awesome to be kind. So thank you so much. And put the package came in up. So now we're going to go over something really cool. So Miss Peggy is on my Facebook, and she's also one of our subscribers. And she told me of a place called Old Time Pottery that's about an hour from me. And I was blown away. The original reason why I went there is, you all know my husband is military, And my heart is with the vets. This has been my life forever. My family comes from military background, my husband's family. So both sides, we come from all services. And making cross wreaths and wreaths to recognize like our firefighters and our police officers. We have firefighters and police officers in our military as well. But I honor everybody that does it, whether they're military or not, because everybody puts their life on the line to do these jobs. But anyways, what she had shared to me on my Facebook was these crosses. They are amazing. And she shared this one. And this one is for all military. If anyone hasn't noticed, even our Navy changed their boots to this color. And when you go to look for it, it says all military. So it represents every single branch. And it just has a pair of boots and dog tags. This is beautiful. This is $14.99 at Old Time Pottery. Now I am going to tell you where else you can buy it in just a second. And then this is our fallen soldier cross that was there. Alright. I got the last two on Saturday when I had my doctor's appointment on base. We had went to Orange Park, Jacksonville, and that's where we found them. Thank you, Miss Peggy. I love you. I love all my subscribers, and I love my crafty group because we all help each other out and tell each other about things. But this is the main reason why I went. Well, anyways, while I was there, and thank God, because I just sold a wreath, so this was like blessings for me. While I was there, I went there, and look what I found. I found all these rolls of ribbon that we are paying a ton for. This one on Craft Outlet is $7.99. I got it for $2.99. Plus, it's on clearance, 10% off. Came to $2.70 plus another 10% off for military. And for President's Day, they had 20% off of everything. We missed that sale by a couple days, but you know, they had sign up for their email, and I'll read you all the locations in just a second. But this is amazing. These are things that people are trying to sell on SD and everywhere else for a lot of money. And you do have to have a dealer's license to sell ribbon and stuff like that. Okay? And I do not. So, I have my SD store where I sell my wreaths. And I have my business license, but I do not sell ribbon or mesh or anything. I share where I buy everything. Look. This is stuff we pay a ton of money for. $2.99. Gotta show you something else. And that's before the extra 10%, which came out to $2.70, and plus another 10%. And if you were there through the holiday, it was 20% off. So sign up at Old Time Pottery for emails, and they'll let you know when they have coupons for extra off. Our breast cancer ribbon, $2.99 for the 2.5-inch breast cancer ribbon. I gotta share this. This is just like God sent to me, okay? Look, this is ribbon that we're seeing everybody use on YouTube. It costs a fortune. $2.99 a roll. Can you believe this? Football ribbon. Get it. Stock up for next football season. Look at how cool this is. This is awesome to make a football wreath. They did have some, you know, because we just had Mardi Gras. But they have some I can use next year. I was just blown away. Look at the beautiful ribbon. $2.99. And so there's 3 places in the store I found it. In the Easter section, by their floral, and where their reforms are. They sell reforms, they sell mesh, and we're going to go over some of that. I bought 2 rolls because I couldn't afford a lot. Look, you cannot beat this. And these are colors I can use all summer long. Look, the daisy burlap. I mean, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. Where's the other one? Everybody's doing peacocks. Guess what I found? Peacock ribbon. You can't beat that price. So I just wanted to share with everyone because I spent $7.99. I think I already showed you that one. $7.99 on daisy ribbon. Oh, this one was like $5.50 and I got it for $2.99 at that store. These, remember I got for my birthday? These are expensive. They're like $6 and $7 ribbons. I mean, I was just, it was like heaven to me. It was like I was being sent blessings from above because I can't afford this. This is $7.99 online, Craft Outlet. $2.99 at Old Time Pottery. I was just, remember, I just got this for my birthday too. My husband paid almost $6 for this. Now they didn't have this color, but they had one, same exact one, but I believe that it's in pink or blue. Let's find it so I can show you. But I was like, holy cow, I cannot believe this. This is awesome. Show you one more. I do have this one. I probably already showed you. Oh, here it is. In pink. The same exact ribbon. In pink. $2.99. Look at this beautiful rose ribbon in yellow. $2.99. Right on the label. I just was blown away. Okay, so we went over that. They had this too that I just got. But I'm going to put all this over to the side. So, alright, so they did have some metallic ombre mesh. It says $6.99, but it was actually marked down and we got 20% off of both. This is expensive. Your fabric mesh, $6.99, but I think we got it for like $4.50. That's still not bad. I can only afford two. That's good prices. This is where everybody's getting their stuff. I was just like, wow. Now I know how people can afford stuff because I can't afford this. There's no way. So I did want to show you what we're going to be doing today is I found this bunny at Old Time Pottery. We're going to do another Easter wreath. So cute. She's so cute. And I wanted to go over a couple more things. So everyone knows P. Graham Dunn is my inspirational place where I get all my inspirational crafts. I will be using this in the next 2 weeks. This is something I have done again 5 years. And this says, faith is being sure of what we hope for. And it's beautiful. And then I have faith, hope, and love. These are two crosses that I had from last year. So I did put up my links underneath my inspirational wreaths to get on his site. He's also on Amazon. Oh, that's what I wanted to share. So we'll go over that too. So the crosses, I do need to put my glasses on for this. Alright, so this is where we're going to go over. So the crosses, you can only, Old Time Pottery has an online site, but you can't buy stuff online, so it's in stores only. And everyone was, I don't need that for this. Everyone on my Facebook loves these crosses. So what you put in, I saw them on Amazon if you don't have an Old Time Pottery near you. This one is $14 and $15.99 for your Fallen Soldier cross. And that's exactly what you put on there. Fallen Soldier Wall Cross on Amazon. And I'll pull this up. Alright, so they do sell them on Amazon as well. And this is your military red, white, and blue wall cross. And I'll pull this one up. So make sure that you put in wall cross. Also, there's a cross from P. Graham Dunn that is also for our vets and stuff. and you would put on it when you go to look it up if you're using Amazon, Patriotic Cross by P. Graham Dunn, alright, and that'll pull up his Patriotic. Alright, so far as the areas that I found for old-time pottery, because there's only certain areas they have the stores in, so I can let everybody know where to buy the ribbon and stuff for a great price. So old-time pottery, they have stores in these states: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Indiana, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Ohio. Now, when I went on there to go pull up the nearest store, and I went to look for other states for my friends, South and North Carolina have more than one place there. The only store I found in Florida was Orange Park, but I think there's more than one there through the state of Florida, but the closest one to me was Orange Park. But these are the states that all their stores are at, and they have more than one store in different areas of the state. So you would just go on to Old Time Pottery and put in your login, you know, create an account, and then you can pull up your different states and the closest one near you. Not all that ribbon shows up online, so when you go in the stores, what they do is they buy out all the stuff, and that's how they're able to mark it down. So not everything shows up that they have in the stores. They have so much. It blew me away. I wish I won the lottery. But I did want to share that. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way so we can get started on our bunny wreath. But what I'm going to use for her, oh, I want to show one more thing. So we're going to use this bunny, and then I'll show you what I'm going to use for her as I make her. I'm not going to give it all away right now. I have my piggy wreath. Remember I said I got to order for a piggy wreath? My friend has a micro pig. Her name is Juliet. Oh, she's so adorable. She's potty trained. She goes on walks just like a regular animal. She's so cute. And she's full grown, and she's so tiny. I found this little piggy, and it looks just like Miss Juliet. And it's white with black spots. We will be doing this week. And it is for one of my customers. This is the medium pig, and you can find this cute, adorable pig on Amazon. Okay, you don't want the small one, you want the medium one. Smaller one's probably about this high. I mean, you could use the smaller one, but I got the medium one because it's all about her baby. So I'm excited to do this one too. So we actually have a lot to do since I got some stuff, so we'll be pretty busy this week as you see what's coming up. So we're going to do my bunny wreath today for Easter, and then we're going to do my little piggy wreath tomorrow, and then we are going to do one of my crosses after, and I might even put one out tonight. So this one I'm making for my father-in-law. He is a retired vet, and I love him so much. So I'm going to make something to honor him. And then we had one of our friends. His name is Matthew. He passed away a year ago. He served in the military with my husband. And we're going to make a fallen soldier wreath. Okay, and it's to honor all our fallen vets. So that's the whole reason why I went there. But I had to share this because we pay a lot of money, and yet who can afford spending all that? $2.99, and you get discounts. How about that one? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to move the stuff out of the way, turn my camera down, and then we're going to get started. So I will see you in a few seconds. Okay, so the first thing I did want to go over is I am using a reform that I got from Craft Outlet, okay? This is your 14-inch. I do like their reforms better. They're just more sturdier, so I like this. I should say, yeah, it's a reform because it's flat. So what I'm going to do today is, because if you look at this bunny, let's see if you see it better. Here you go. It's got this green in it, and that green matches the moss green that I've actually had from Paper Mart. Everyone knows I do get all my mesh from Paper Mart. It's the cheapest for me. It's $1.60 for 21-inch roll, and then $1.40 for your 10-inch roll. So it's something that I can afford. And the reason why I have so much is because I have been saving up and buying for years. So I only spend, when I get the extra money, $50 here or there, because you do pay for shipping. So like $50 is $20 in shipping from California to here. But if you add up everything you get, it's the cheapest as far as getting your mesh. And that's the only way that I can afford to buy mesh. So that's the way I do it. Some people, like others, products better than others, but this is the brand that I try to stick with. If they don't have the colors, because they are out of everything right now, then I do go to Craft Outlet to get it with the free shipping, and I just get what I need until I can get more from Paper Mart. The fabric mesh, I would have never ever been able to even afford this because it's expensive, very expensive. So anyways, with this cute little bunny, it's got the olive green on her, and then she has the flowers on her little dress, and then it has like almost like a burlap type of dress on her, and then in her little can where her flowers are, there's green, yellow, pink, and purple in the flowers. So guess what we're going to use? I have leftover yellow. If everyone remembers, I cut up all the leftover yellow, and I still have. This is awesome because I'm only using 6 of each, and I still have some yellow that I cut that was left over. I also have just enough purple that I had left that was cut. I have some green and some pink. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up just 2 more pieces of the pink and green because I have enough yellow and purple. And everyone knows that I do use what's called a power cutter, and they are exactly like your rotary cutters. They're chargeable. Skill has a cordless power cutter, and you can get their screwdriver with cutter attachment, and it's an 18-hour charge. The reason why I use these is because it's safer than using a wood burner. And it's exactly like a rotary cutter, except that it's powered and it is sharpened. So it's self-sharpened, so it's a razor blade. It's very sharp. You can cut your finger off. What everybody's been buying is the Works. And it's a Zip Snip by Works. I have a commercial on both products that I did. And you can buy this one from Works or on Amazon or eBay or Walmart.com and at Home Depot. Okay, they run about $34.95. Your scale runs anywhere between $60 and $80 if you get the screwdriver power cutter with cutter attachment. It is about $38 to $40. All right. So in order for this to cut smoothly, we're going to go over, we're only cutting 2 pieces, so we have a lot to do. I had my grandson all weekend. He's taking a nap, and his peepaw's in the room, in the living room with him right now, so I thought I would start on this until my son gets here to pick him up. We had him all weekend, and I'm so happy. Please keep him in your prayers. He's sick. We think that he has an infection. His white blood count dropped 12 points in a month. Children's Hospital called. You know, he was just diagnosed with Hashimoto's. So I don't know if it's the medicine that's doing it or if he has an infection. But my son is trying to get him in to see the pediatrician ASAP because his next appointment at the at Nemours is not for a few weeks. So we want to figure out what's going on with him because they did call and tell him. They did put him on a bunch of multivitamins and D3. Synthroid does have side effects as far as, you know, can't be out in direct sunlight. He's been on it since birth, but they did, you know, once he got diagnosed, they upped everything for him. And for whatever reason, he can have a UTI or something. I have no idea. I just know that I'm very worried about him. He's sleeping a lot. He's a good baby. I love special needs and Down syndrome babies, and he is my angel baby. He's my Down syndrome. He's a gift. He is our blessing. That's my little man. So anyways, we're going to use a scale. I always, when you open up a new roll, you always want to cut the edges off so they're nice and smooth and even. I use a mat. Miss Diana bought me the mat and sent it to me. Thank you. I love you, Diana. I love you, Sherry. Thank you for the utility scissors. So when you're cutting your 10-inch squares, I do tell everyone you do want to cut it in about 10 and a half, 11 inches. That way when we make our loops, you can trim it up before you put your spray on. Now all your crafters, Damien Oaks, Hardworking Mom, Halo, everyone uses E6000. It's a spritz. Also, you can use your Crayon adhesive spray. And I always top it off with your UV resistant clear by Crayon. And that is this right here, okay? So, differences between the adhesive, both adhesive. Use this afterwards, after your product is dry, okay? And I do 2 coats. Difference is this is a spritz. Takes a little bit longer to dry, but it doesn't have such a hard smell to it, so it's easier on your lungs. Still wear a mask. I am very sensitive to smell and get sick real easy, so spray it outside, wear a mask. Never spray it in the house with either product. If you have central heat and air, it can ruin your air filtration system. The glue goes in through the ducts and sucked through the system, and it can ruin it. So please wear it outside, use it outside, and wear a mask. Always wear a mask. I talk about lung safety all the time. I'm all about our health. Okay? Either product is good. This one dries faster. This one has less of a smell. I have been using this one a lot more. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. Both products are really good. Alright? After you put your mesh on, before you put your decor on, is when you use that. Before your ribbon, before your decorations. So now we're going to cut. So this is your skill. I'm going to cut about 10 and a half inches. I cut 15 pieces of mesh at once. No problem. No fray. Okay? Now, what I will tell you is that every mesh is made different if it's a netting type material. And when you go to put it on, sometimes it can fray really, really bad. So, depends on the type of material you're using is how it holds up as well. I always cut a little more and you trim as you go. That's the way I do all my art, okay? Always trim as you go. I have commercials, like I said, on both cutters, Zip Snip and Skill. You can buy straight from the manufacturer. Always, always clean the blades after you're done. About every 6 weeks with Works. Put a screwdriver behind it. And then another one, take the blade off, clean behind it. You get fray and pieces of material behind it. And it'll make it rickety, okay? And then it won't cut as clean. Both of them have replacement blades that you can buy right through the manufacturer. And through other, like, I have actually seen online on other stores that sell both products that have the replacement blades. Amazon even has them. Alright, I think I just used Skill. We're going to use the Works now. Both of them do really well. I love both products. Okay? Nice and good. I am spoiled though, I will tell you. I use the Skill a lot, but I like both products. They're very good. Alright, so that's all we're going to need off of these. Save that. As you see, I haven't been doing a lot of the flowers lately because I am short on some of the colors. So right now we have been focusing on regular ribbon wreaths and regular wreaths and stuff like that. I will be doing a flower shortly. I am just waiting on my yellow that is back ordered to come in. Put these up. Now, you can get your rocks from Dollar Tree, Dollar General. They both sell rocks. Some of you have said that they're a little rough and they snag your mesh. Again, it depends on what kind of mesh you have for any of this. You can put a piece of felt on the back. That came from one of my subscribers. It works if it's nicking at your mesh, okay? So, what I am going to use are zip ties. Everything I do is the zip tie method. I have a lot of my subscribers and the people that I work with and teach that have arthritis or carpal tunnel, and this is the best way to do this. So a lot of my people have stopped doing crafts because of their hands and their health conditions, and now have started back up. I truly get some beautiful messages and emails from all my subscribers of joy and happiness because they're able to craft again, which makes me very happy. It makes me extremely happy to know that all of you are able to do our art again, because art keeps us happy. It's good for the soul. To me, it's my pain management. As many of you know, I had 3 back surgeries. I have a rod and 4 artificial discs from the back, my back, all the way down to my tailbone. And this is my second brain tumor that I have. I have what's called Cushing's disease. That's why my weight goes up and down. My weight is great right now because my hormone levels are down and the new medicine I'm on is working. But this is what keeps me happy and healthy, is making wreaths. And of course, all of you that have been so sweet and kind to me. Truly kind. So what I'm doing is I'm opening up my zip ties. These came from Walmart. These are the best ones that I found. They're sturdy. They hold quite a bit of weight, up to 75 pounds. They're 8 inches. They're cable ties from Walmart. There's 250 of them for about $4. This is the best ones. And the best ones for the price for me, okay? I don't like the real small ones. They break, especially when you're using it on artwork, alright? So this is your cable tie gun. Every day, every time I use it, I tell everyone, but I think some people are walking away while we're doing this and they don't hear it. It's ABN cable tie gun from Walmart, $13.49. I did want to show this. These are some cute little eggs from Old Time Pottery that we're going to be using. Really cute, and they're speckled cute eggs. They look more realistic. So we're going to use that with the little bunny. So cute. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our blank canvas. Alright. And this is your 21 inch by 10 yards from paper. Now, it's not even, so guess what? We're going to have to cut this down a little bit. I just want to make it nice and even. Edges aren't where I really want them. So, just to even it out. It's not really that much. Some of it's more even and some of it is. I just evened it out. That's it. Just wanted to make it even. Okay, someone had questions on when you gather this on. Some of you are having problems fluffing the poof. Remember, this is not metallic mesh or fabric mesh. It doesn't poof as big, but I do fluff it out. Now, you don't have to fluff it out to be really big because we use the loops. That makes it really high in fat. And the fatter your wreath is, the more it's going to cost if you're shipping it out. So I always gather my ends on the 21 inch. I like to have it a little bit straighter than that. Underneath the wreath frame, around the bracket. Take your zip tie. Always go around the bracket to hold it in so it doesn't move on you. Awesome, right? It's awesome. So any of you that have arthritis or anything in your hands like that, this is a great tool, carpal tunnel, for you to be able to do crafts again and truly bring some happiness in your life. I like to push mine towards the back. There we go. So remember what I said, have an extra pair just for if you want to trim for fabric or for your ribbon. See how much easier that was? So one pair is here for ribbon and fabric, and one is for your zip ties because it does get worn down. Thank you again, Miss Sherry. I'll put that one over there. So if you don't have a zip tie gun or you don't like the way it works, then you are going to want to get a pair of fizzers. Fizzers come from Lowe's. Lowe's only for this particular one. In stores and online, they're $10. I always go 1, 2. So as you see, I know that a lot of you are like, how is she doing that? All I'm doing is grabbing it, and both pieces are under. See? I'm just grabbing it. Move the roll as you start to get thicker. You're going to move this so it's always going the same way. Alright? That's all you're doing. And pull it over. So we go 2 sections over one section. That's all you're doing. Round your bar with the zip tie. Bracket.
Mikey Cell.
Let me let you go. That's my son. Okay, that was my son, so I'll redo this part. One, 2. Should always have, when I pull my mesh, it's always downwards, and then you can poof it out afterwards, after you have your whole wreath finished, okay? So 1 section, 2 section, over 1, zip tie, around the bracket, okay? Like this. Take your mesh, A little spider. It's rainy season here. Zip tie gun. If you don't have a zip tie gun, you can use your scissors. They're the best. That's the alternative to cutting your zip ties. 1, 2, over, zip tie around the bracket. We'll go over the scissors so I can show you. Mesh in your zip tie. I'm going to tighten it with this. You're going to use your hand to tighten it. Tighten it. It's a little hard on your hands, so just so you know, and you can cut it off with your scissors. Remember, you can get these at Lowe's. The whole reason why I measure mine out is so we have a nice, even wreath. You want it to be even and completely round, not a lopsided one, and I don't like the way that looks. Oh, it's this one. Okay. 1. I always put, when I do this and I gather, now it's harder when you use more than one roll, because you'll see me always twisting and moving my mesh. 1, 2, over, zip tie, around the bar, bracket. Your first and your fourth row is your your first and your fourth row is your more difficult one because you're going around the bracket. Your second and third would be your easiest ones, and I'll show you. I always try to do at least 2 rows with you, and then I go off camera to finish it. Otherwise, we're going to be on here for hours. Wreaths do not take 30 minutes to make. They're not quick. A lot of people that do live, we try to do simple and easy ones and have things pre-cut for a reason. Otherwise, it would take forever. And you should always have a monitor that answers everybody's questions if you're doing that. That way, you're not sitting there trying to answer questions while you're making it, because then it can take up to 5 hours. So it does take time to make this. That's why some of my wreaths, you'll see the video is an hour, hour and a half long. And that's because I try to show everything that we're doing. These are not 30-minute wreaths. 1, 2, over, around. Remember, you're going around your bracket. Alright. Zip tie around the bracket. Right here. Mesh goes inside of it. Your first and fourth rolls of poofs are going to be the hardest because you're going around the bracket. And I'll show you with that. Like I said, I had someone say she couldn't get her poofs to be real poofy, so poofs are not real poofy on these. If you get the bigger frames, they are, and it also depends on which ones you do. But this is how you poof it out, okay? And as they lay on each other is how you don't see the bars. So I like to do 4 rolls of poofs on my wreaths. If you do 3 with your 3 bars, a lot of times I'll use the inner bar to add another row. If it's your metallic mesh or your fabric mesh, let me get over here so you can see better. Then, that was good. Then it would be thicker, and you can do 3 rolls with that. And what I mean by that is you have metallic mesh, you have metallic stripe mesh, you have fabric mesh. Here's your fabric mesh. These are thicker, alright? And you don't need as many rolls. So you won't need all 4 bars if you're adding your loops. I like all 4 bars, but you don't need them if you're adding loops to it. So, and ribbon, you only need 3. But we are doing all 4. Two-toned mesh is the same way. I would do all 4 completely around the frame. Two. Okay, we're back where we started. This is a little bit tougher to get around. You just go around your other zip tie. That's all you're doing. I put the poop going this way because we're going to start another row. Alright, so it's going, we're going over, so it's nice and even. Here we go. And this is where people flop their mesh around. And then it doesn't poof out right. So I always measure mine by the bars. Some people do 1, 2, 3 and can do that. I don't. It's totally up to you. I like to measure mine out. It just makes it easier. And you're not worried about if one side's fluffier than the other or anything like that. I do want to tuck that in though. 1, 2, over. So this is your easy one. It's like a crossbar because the set I'm going to do this one and then I'll go over the next one. Let's get this done. Okay. So on row 2 and 3, you have where the bars meet. So right here, it's like a T, okay? So you're just gonna go, let's see if I can get this close up. You're just gonna go over right there. That's it. Just diagonally over. So let me show you on this one so you can see better. Just right there. And then you put your mesh in and you zip tie it so it doesn't move around on you. That's all you're doing. It's not hard. This is easy. It's just, if you have tried to do these wreaths, you know that it is time consuming. It's not something, like I said, you can't do it in 30 minutes. So here we go. 1, 2, under, around your mesh, zip tie again, or you can use your fizzers. This does look like a 14 out of 15. Let me grab something real quick. I just want to see. Okay, this is 14 inch from Craft Outlet. This is your 14 and a half from Dollar Tree. So it's like a ½ inch bigger. Just so everybody knows. I can tell because it's wider in between each section. So as I'm putting it together, I'm like, okay, this is a little crowded, more crowded for my fingers. So that's how I know. So as you see, it's starting to pick up, and you're not going to see the bars. This is the key. This is other fabric. 1, 2, over, zip tie, around your bar. Put your mesh in. That's what you're doing. Mine moves fine. I just had someone say something. That's why I was trying to show. Of course, I've been doing these since I was 10. We used to take coat hangers, me and my grandma, and we used to make wreaths out of coat hangers and plastic bags and burlap potato bags and you name it. When I was young. We used to do the candy wreaths for Christmas. We used to take coat hangers and make wreath frames out of it, and then you would get the colored hard candies and we would glue them on, and then when you would take the candies out and eat them, it would fill up and color the whole bars, and it would look like a pretty wreath with different colored candy wrappers. It was really cool. That was my favorite. We used to make them all the time. Kids love them because they get to eat the candy. Why not? Right? Great little Christmas gifts too. There we go. This is a thinner zip tie. I can tell. It must be one of my Dollar Tree ones I have in there too. Like I said, you can just take your mesh, make sure it's going all down. I don't have problems, like I explained earlier, fluffing it. One of the subscribers asked. I never have problems with it. So here we go. Pull this, because this is where we put our mesh when we started it. So this will just be the hardest one right here. And when you go to your third and fourth row, it's not as hard or difficult. Go. If you're going to use that bunny, I would probably prefer to use a 14.5, 15, even 16-inch frame. I am out of the 15 and 16-inch, so I'm using the reframes I have left. Tomorrow we will be using a Dollar Tree frame. So I'm just using my last ones before I need to get more. Using them up. Actually, they were Christmas. So every holiday, hubby always, he doesn't even have to ask me what I want. He knows anything with crafting is good for me. Now he found a store with me where he can get more for his buck, so he's not so stressed out. We go to other stores and his face gets all red like, oh boy, oh boy. But he never says anything. Alright, so that's your third one. See how we ended it here and then we just started over to our next one. That's what you do, going all the way around. I'm going to see how it's already filling up, and then when we're done, you pull your poofs out. That's all you do. You just pull it out and fluff it. That's all you do. No biggie. So as you get another one, it's going to fill up even more. Alright, so I am going to finish this off camera. I'm going to do the third one and the fourth. When I end it, I'll come back on camera when we do our last one. And then we'll get to putting the rest on. As you see, we are not going to need a lot. That's why I only cut 6 of each color. We're not going to need a lot on this because she fills it up pretty much. So, but once we add it, it'll be a little bit bigger. So it's going to be really cute. You're going to love what we have. Oh, I didn't. One thing to show you, I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. This is a spray that I found there as well. Look how beautiful this is. Old-time pottery. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So I am going to go ahead and finish this up. I am probably going to go ahead and put the camera out a little bit so you guys can see more, not so close up, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the end of it. I went ahead and zip tied the last one. So options are you can just leave it. Then after you're done, you can attach it to the back. Some people do not like to cut their mesh. Alright. But we have 4 on each one. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it to this one right here. Zip tie the end on. And take your zip snip. You trying to get under the blanket again, Ginger? Hold on 1 second. There you go, baby. Baby. Her baby, she likes to be under her blankets. Okay. See how full that is? Nice and full. Nice and full. Like the way this is looking. Let me tip it up just a tad bit. There we go. Much better. Nice and full. So now you're going to put your loops on. And we're not going to use a lot like I was saying earlier. Let me see where she's going to go first. Put her right here. So we're just adding some color in her to bring out the colors in the bunny. That's all I'm doing. Of course she has pink on. And then we have the green and the watering can she's doing. And we have yellow for the flower and we have purple for a flower. So remember, this is 14 inches, so it's not as wide as a lot of them that I've been doing. But your loops are going to make it bigger, a little bit bigger. Just covers in the little centers. You can take, I wasn't sure what ones I was going to use for her. Definitely going to put the bunny on it. I'm just going to add a little bit of color. And I'm thinking twice about adding the green. And the yellow, I think I'm just going to do 2. I think we're just going to add pink and purple. I always change my mind. She has the pink and then the purple. You can add the green and yellow to give it a little more color. But I think I'm just going to do purple and pink. And I'm going to save the yellow and green for another project. So I'm just going around the second bar around the zip tie. That's what I'm doing. We're just giving her a little bit of color. So this changes everything. I'm not going to use these. That changes that. Don't know if I want that. Probably make a little bow on it. So let's see. Because I have eggs, a couple eggs I want to put in. Remember, I always change my mind. Depends on how the art looks. And I am changing my mind on this. So, do pink and purple. Always trim your little ends. Just trim them. And I'll save the green and the yellow for another project. I just think it's too much color. It's going to take away. She's not bright. We want to put some color in there, but not too much. Put her right there. I'm just going around the second one. Now remember, you can do your loops ahead of time. Let me get that zip tie. Even though I left one in there. So if you want to do your loops ahead of time, you can go ahead and roll up purple and pink. We're only doing a few. I want to get this out though. Do purple. You always do this according to what the center is. So you don't want to put too much because then it's going to clash, and I just think it's going to be too much. I stored this up for a while because I have a few strays on it. I don't like to store my mesh. They get little straggles. So if you're going to do this ahead of time, this is a Bodega. You can get it at Walmart, Craft Outlet. Most of your craft stores has it. Almost every craft store. We got one more to do. So I have a little pieces, straggles, because I stored this. This one is all I need to trim up. You're can also pre-tweed all your zip ties in the upward position. All 6 of them, leave them up. They'll stay nice and up if you put them in between the zip ties that are already on there. And then work around your wreath frame and put them all on at once. You can do that. There's a whole bunch of different ways to do this. Going around your second zip tie. So you only need 6 of each color, so that's 12 pieces because we're not using the green or the yellow. So that kind of knocks it down a little. And I'm going to grab a couple other things because we're going to be doing, I want to add decor on this and I don't want it to be too much. So we'll add other colors to match her with the decor. I need one more piece. Short one. So I need that other pink and I need to cut another purple. So what I'm going to do is make some room on this table since we're not going to use all this stuff. And then bring the decor over because I have a couple more pieces besides just the eggs that I'm going to add on here. I need to cut one more piece of purple. Do I have one piece already cut. I'll grab it in just 1 second. Because I am out. Yeah, I have one more, thank goodness. Good, 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 good. One more. Yes, I do. From another project. Put this over. Remember the Dollar General? I want to put a little carrot on there. Actually, I got these at Walmart. Sorry about that. We don't want to add too much, but we're going to add a little bit of color to bring it up. Over. Get the pink. I got the pink. There we go. The second one. Make sure sure that it's flat side up. Okay, so this you can see is a thinner zip tie. This is actually, I have them mixed in. These are the Dollar Tree, the thinner ones. It's a lot thinner. I know a lot of you work with the Dollar Tree ones. Trim with a few little straggles. Pull this up. And this is one for zip ties. There we go. Alright. Let's see, I want her right here. I might actually cut this and just put, yeah, I think I am. It comes right apart. That's what I'm going to do. These are all metal. They come right apart. I'm going to use that to make decor. I'm going to use one of them because she is smaller. I'll save it for another project. I don't like the yellow. I'm going to stick with the pink. Just going to add some. Not all of this. Just a lot smaller. And I have some eggs. You don't even have to put bows on this. So the flowers are from Dollar Tree. There's options. So options are, let me this in. You can take the bunny and put it over, but this is a little bit too thick. A little bit too thick for me. I have Dollar Tree one. I use this a lot. To unravel it. We're going to start putting it on. We want this to be in half. My son's here. Pinch this in half. Move the bunny up. I will be right back. Alright. So, this is not... The center is so big. We're not going to actually do a bow today because it's going to take away from her, from the bunny. But we are going to put some burlap lace Dollar Tree ribbon on it. And all I did was undo the whole roll and then fold it in half and pinched it. Alright? So at the very crown, I just started up here, and I might make a small bow. Everyone knows I do this as I go. So I fell in love with that bunny. It's so cute. It's a country bunny. It's cute. We're going around our second row, around where your loop is. Just going to take this under. I'm going to leave it right there, it's fine. want this directly in half, not... There we go, right there. I'm going to pinch it. Take your ribbon and you can put it in through, but we're gonna fluff this once we're done, and I'll see if I want to add anything else to it or not. But honestly, this is quite... So what I do is I place it around where I want it. You can fluff this out too. Completely up to you how you want your wreath to look. Be fluffed out. It can be just laying like that. Most of you know I do this a lot with the ribbon. Just like that. So I might actually put a small little bow right here. Not sure what type of ribbon yet. Have a bunch to choose from now. So remember, you can actually tweak this in. After you start the first one, you can go to your second one, either put it in or tweet it in. I'm just going to put mine in. I'm not going to tweet it through. Sometimes I tweet it through, sometimes I don't. I don't think it needs it. So we have decor that's going to go on this. I cannot wait to do the bunny tomorrow. The piggy. My piggy is for a customer of mine that has a micro pig. I'm very excited. The piggy's so cute. Looks just like her little baby. I didn't even know what a micro pig was. Full grown, little bitty. Cute. It's a button potty trained piggy. So I'm gonna go check on that. Hubby's got it. It wasn't my son, it was my neighbor. So here we go. Underneath, around where you made your loop, around the zip tie underneath it. So all you're doing is going around the second bar. That's it. That's all I'm doing. This side, this one on. Second bar, zip ties in there, pinch your ribbon, because we're not tweeting through this like I normally do. We're just going to put it on there. You can fluff out your poofs, but I actually like mine like this. Today I'm leaving mine the way it is. I'm not fluffing it out much. But you can, if that's what you want. I actually like the way this is looking like this, so leaving mine like this. Trim any straggles. Around. Second lip area. My grandson. He's playing with his drums, so a lot of special needs kids are really good with music. He is definitely going to be a singer or play a musical instrument. He loves to sing and he loves to play with instruments. Like we got him a little drum set. He loves it. You put music on, he'll sit there and he'll sing with the music and sway back and forth. It's the cutest thing ever. So cute. I'm actually going to leave this right here because I have an idea. I'm going to put a small little bow right here. A teeny tiny one. Okay. So now I want to see where I want her. You saw her earlier. Hello, Thumper. Let me shut the door, baby. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm going to take floral wire. Don't want to glue this. And her arm has like a metal in it, so it bends. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't want to glue her. Put it through her little fabric. I'm going to tie this on, cut the end of the little carrot, and then like I said, her arm has metal in it, so it can bend right over the carrot. You don't have to glue it. It's in there. Take this right here. I use wire always. Like I said, she's got like a little stuffing in her bottom to sit down, and she has like metal in her arms to fold. I'm going to put this around her little dress right here. Tie it right there. Pull this through. Make sure that she's seated right there. And take one side. Make sure that she's centered, so you don't want a lopsided bunny. And trim that down too. Let's make sure she's Good to go. She's fine. I prefer to just put it around the frame, honestly. I am going to cover the back with foam sheets to cover the back. Most of you have seen me do this 100 times with the foam sheets. So I have a short tutorial today, everyone. Hopefully. Just work it around. Nice and secure. You can also take another piece of floral wire if you feel this isn't enough. You can put it where her head is and then put it up to the top. If that's how you feel it's not going to hold in, it's fine. And I'll show you something else you can do too. A piece of mesh is getting on my nerves. Hold on 1 second. Picky. Alright. So, you can take, she is pretty heavy, and then take another piece of her bottom. She's fine right here. The bottom I don't like. I'll move her little paw over to her there. Remember, this has like filling in it. So this is not for you to sell online because the bunny weighs a lot. It should be for like local sales if you're going to sell it. It weighs a lot. So does the crosses. They're metal crosses. We'll go over that when we do it. I cut mine, you'll always see I always cut too much, but better to have too much than not enough. And it's always, when I pull it out, when I do measure it, I always cut out 28 inches. For some reason, it's always the same. So I do really good with that part. I'm actually going to take another zip tie on this one, and then I'll make the bow. I want to make a small bow, but I'm not sure if it's going to take away from this or not. Let me pull. Pull the zip tie through. Pinch your ribbon. Kind of like it like this. Just to hang in. Alright. Before I do anything right here, I'm gonna make sure everything's where you want it. Because I am gonna add some stuff in. Let's start with the eggs first. I have a glue pot you can get on Amazon for like $8. And then I have my glue gun from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to take the little eggs, just dip them. Alternate colors on this, give it a little bit of color. See what I'm doing? Just putting it where zip tie is, just giving it a little bit of color. Take the green. Let's do, yeah, it's green. Green, and that one's already pink, so we'll just do another yellow on this side. Cute. Very cute. Don't know if I like the colors. Let's see. And dip that in the glue. And it just sticks right in, it glues on. Do another one with a little leaf on it. These are really cute. Be careful so you don't get her, the stuffed animal. Really cute. Take another one. He's got some energy, I can hear him now. There's my little baby out there playing with his peepaw. Really cute. These are like pearls. So pretty. Put one right here. Really pretty. We have one left. I'm going to just save it. I think that'll be too much. I have two left. Yeah, I'll save these two for another piece. All I did was take the heads off the Dollar Tree's sunflower and just press it on the burlap. That's all you do, and it goes right on. Sticks. Hold it. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Okay. Just adding a little bit of color. This is really cute. I like it. Go. All we're doing is just giving it a little bit of color. It's really cute. You don't need a lot if you have a really big center. And the colors are perfect for her. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can do this with any bunny. So it doesn't have to be this one. You can get another bunny and do the same design. You know, I encourage people to be different. There we go. And a little bit of glue. There we go. Just 2 more. As far as a bow goes, I'm honestly thinking that she looks pretty without all that. Don't want to take away from the bunny. I just want to do something with those ends. So let me figure that out. An idea though. I think all I'm going to do is just cut it so it's the same size. I think it's cute like this. Personally, I think this is adorable just the way it is. I don't think it needs anything else. I think it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is go hang it up. Angel Baby's still here, so I'll probably hold him and let my husband do the last few minutes of me showing you this. Let you know where we are on subscribers and views. We're coming up really close, so we're almost where we need to be for our next giveaway. So that I will say. So I don't want to put anything else on this. I think it's perfect. If anything, you can take this. The only thing I don't like is maybe we can put something. I think that's perfect. How about that? Figured it out. Let's get this with some wire cutters. I think I'm going to put some spray right here and spray right here. And we will call it a day. Alright, take some glue. Remember, this also bends, so just want to get it in there. Some glue on this side. Perfect. How about that? No bow today. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and hang this up, let my husband do a close-up of me in this. I'll probably be holding the baby too so everyone can see Angel Baby. That's him making all the noise. It wasn't my son that was here. It was our neighbor. And go over where we are on our drawings. Remember, I'm giving away a zip snip by Skill at our 10,000 subscribers. I mean by Works. Zip snip by Works. And I'm giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. You have to be a subscriber for both. Please remember to spray this, trim it and spray it before you put your decor on. If you're like me, because I do everything on camera and I didn't have the time to do it, then the best thing to use for your mesh would be the spray E6000. That will not harm all this other stuff. I just would not put it on your bunny, but it'll be fine on everything else. It's even okay if you don't overdo it on your ribbon, okay? This is the safest if you're going to do it afterwards. So you do want to trim everything. Then you spray it. It's raining out, so I'm not doing that right now. Like I said, never do it in the house. You can run your air conditioner from it. That's not a good idea. Alright, so you do want to trim it. Tomorrow is our bunny, and then we have our Veterans Cross. So I'm really happy. Happy, happy, happy. I do have one more Easter, and that will be our last one. We have a bunch of spring, though. Alright, so I'll see you in just a second. Hi, everyone. Okay, so this is Angel Baby. It's been a long time since everybody saw him. Look how big he got. We've had him all weekend. Anyways, we're at almost 8,000 subscribers. We're at 7,920, I think. So we're almost at our 10,000 mark. We're coming a long ways. And we're at, I think it was 680,000 views, almost 700,000. We're almost at 700,000, so we are getting there. So this is the bunny. It came from Old Time Pottery, and I explained where we got everything else. Like, share, subscribe. Tomorrow will be the piggy wreath. He's so cute. And then we'll be doing a veterans wreath. We have a lot to do. I have more spring too, and another Easter, don't we? Say hi. Can you wave? No? I'm not going to wave today. Anyways, nice to see everyone. I hope you have all have a blessed Monday. Bye.